Good morning, Tampa Bay. Let's get your day started. This is ABC Action News, taking action for you.
If you're going to coach, you better show enthusiasm. You better communicate with players. That's what it's about. Show them how to get their button gear.
Bucs coaching legend Monte Kiffin has died at the age of 84. Now at 5, we're remembering an icon of the Tampa Bay community.
President Biden wrapped up the NATO summit with a critical news conference last night. This morning, our congressional correspondent Stephanie Liebergen looks back at his performance and what's next.
Economists predict the Federal Reserve could drop interest rates soon. Coming up, what that would mean for consumers. Hello and good morning, everybody. I'm James Tully.
And good morning. I'm Dee O'Reilly. Happy Friday to you. We'll get to those stories and a whole lot more coming up in just a moment. But first, though, we want to get a look at what to expect today weather-wise. Here's Greg D now with your forecast.
A minute after 5 o'clock on this Friday morning, Tampa Bay. Good morning. Looking at a couple of scattered clouds from our studios, looking back toward the Clearwater area. Temperature right now near 80. Feels like it's in the mid 80s with calm conditions. Speaking of Clearwater, take a look at here. Looks like our downpour is back. You can see it here. Heavy rain now falling. This is going to be out toward the Courtney Campbell, so the extreme east side of Clearwater as you come off the bay. Temperature right now 81, feeling like it's 85. 78 in Newport Richey, 77 Orlando, 70s with thunder in the distance there at Arcadia, lightning just offshore of Sarasota this morning. As you take a closer look at the radar for Hillsborough and Pinellas County, you see there's been a couple of downpours that have developed in the last hour. One near Seminole, Largo area. There's one there in Clearwater coming up on Safety Harbor. That's the one we saw from the camera. Bayonet Point up toward Keystone. Heavy rain down across our southern counties, continuing to push south this morning. There'll be more pop-ups this afternoon with temperatures in the 90s.
We turn to a developing story out of Sarasota this morning where one person's dead following a crash. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says it involved one of their deputies' vehicles and a bicyclist. It happened at the intersection of South Tamiami Trail and Bay Street. We're working to find out some more details on this, and when we do, we'll bring it right to you.
This morning, sports fans, especially those here in the Bay Area, are mourning the loss of longtime NFL assistant coach and former Bucs defensive coordinator Monte Kiffin. He died yesterday at the age of 84. He was an icon here in the Bay Area. Kiffin most famously served as the defensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers between 1996 and 2008 seasons, helping lead the team to a Super Bowl victory in 2002. He spent 25 years in the NFL. In 2021, Kiffin became the first and only assistant coach in the Bucs Ring of Honor at Raymond James Stadium. The Glazer family, the owners of the Bucs, called Kiffin a beloved and iconic member of the Buccaneers family. We'll have more reaction coming up on Good Morning Tampa Bay at 6.
Florida has shut down its digital app that kept your Florida ID on your phone. This was called Smart ID, and it may not be available again for a year. The Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles says they're looking for another vendor to bring the service back next year. The state says the app will be updated and improved when it does return. Right now, it's no longer available on Apple or Android app stores.
In Pasco County, dozens of abandoned puppies are looking for foster homes. The Suncoast Animal League posted these pictures online. They say a pickup truck pulled up to Pasco County Animal Services with 15 puppies. The driver said he found them next to a 7-Eleven convenience store. Suncoast Animal League is now taking in the puppies, and anybody interested in fostering the dogs should reach out to them.
Experts say consumers should keep a close eye on the economy right now.
That's because some believe the Federal Reserve could drop interest rates soon. ABC Action News reporter Larissa Scott explains. There's a new dining option that's now open in Polk County. Coming up, we're checking out the new Bowen Yard in Winter Haven.
Here's a look at your Tampa Bay area drive times.
At Farah & Farah, we do big things. We don't shy away from tough fights, and we've proven we can win big cases. Caring, understanding, and hard work is how you win. Farah & Farah, here for you, here for good.
It's about time to watch on your time. Whether it's going to be mostly this or partly this, or maybe grab this. It's about time we fit into your schedule. streaming local weather 24/7. Search for ABC Action News on your device.
ABC Action Weather streaming 24/7 is brought to you by Farah & Farah Personal Injury Attorneys. farahandfarah.com, Tampa.
You can expect to encounter plenty of traffic around Raymond James Stadium this afternoon. Country music star Morgan Wallen's second Tampa concert is being held there tonight. The parking lots open at 2:30, the stadium's gates open at 4:30, and the concert begins at 6. A limited number of tickets for the show are still available. Also, the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater will be rocking this weekend. Former Van Halen lead singer Sammy Hagar is bringing the Best of All Worlds tour to Tampa Sunday night. The concert starts at 7. A limited number of tickets for this show are also available.
Actor Chevy Chase coming to Tampa later this year. He's going to appear at a screening of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation on Sunday, December 1st at the Straz Center. Following the movie, Chase will share behind-the-scenes stories about making the film and answer questions from the audience. Tickets start at $40 and go on sale at 10 this morning on the Straz's website.
Tonight, you can listen to some great jazz music and laugh along with some great comedians while supporting local homeless veterans. The Center for Manifestation on East Lake Avenue in Tampa is hosting Jazz Jokes tonight at 7. Grammy-nominated jazz artist Nathan Mitchell and comedians Goldie and Barack Amen are performing at the event. All proceeds raised will help build a tiny home village in East Tampa for veterans. Ticket prices start at $20.
And this morning, we're following through on the failure of a statewide system at the Florida Department of Health. The problem is delaying the process of getting death certificates, and now we're learning the impact that's having on religious traditions. In certain religions, when someone dies, the burial process is expected to happen within a very tight time frame. We sat down with one of the only funeral home options for the Jewish community in Tampa. Staff at the Siegel Funeral Home tells us the delay in death certificates is now creating a major backlog for mourning families just trying to move on.
People that are more observant, Orthodox Jews, of which is a growing sect within our community, they still want to adhere to those traditions very, very rigidly.
Some funeral homes are warning families it could take up to 3 weeks to process. The funeral director says he's pushing the health department for more answers.
There's a new food dining destination in downtown Winter Haven. The Bowen Yard Food Hall has 6 dining options on site and also a large recreational yard with lots of outdoor seating. The concept is similar to the Joinery in Lakeland and Armature Works in Tampa. Census data shows Winter Haven is one of the fastest growing cities in the country.
Downtown Winter Haven is going through a huge revival, a food hall community where there's a lot of density and a lot of activities, a lot of reason for people to come to one place, especially with some of the upcoming events like live music and outdoor events, very highly anticipated.
The venue's name pays tribute to Gilbert Bowen, the former property owner and co-founder of the citrus fruit wholesaler Bowen Brothers.
The most accurate weather team in Florida, ABC Action Weather.
16 minutes past 5 o'clock on this Friday morning. Take a live look outside, tracking some clouds and showers off to the east of or west of downtown Tampa. You're looking toward Clearwater, that West Shore area. The cloud there in the distance is in Pinellas County. I'll show you the radar coming up. Take a look at the tropics out there. Still tracking a little bit of Saharan dust over Florida, but the bulk of it is starting to shift down toward western Cuba and the southern Gulf of Mexico. There is another cloud of Saharan dust out in the central Atlantic that makes its way through the Bahamas this weekend. And as this one cloud goes into the western Gulf, here comes the second one from the east. That could be impacting us early next week. We'll have to watch air quality. Because of all the Saharan dust right now, no tropical development expected over the next 7 days. From our camera on top of the Rivergate Tower looking out toward the west, you see that same cloud out here in that downpour over on the Pinellas side of the bay. There will be a couple of showers around this morning, but I do think we'll break into at least a little bit of sunshine today, and that's going to lead to additional pop-up thunderstorms as we go into the afternoon. So our rain chances in Tampa kind of split. There's that morning opportunity for showers, and then there's one in the afternoon. The one in the afternoon may be a bit lower, with the midday potentially the driest. That's something we haven't seen a lot of this season, so your best window of opportunity for some drier weather may be 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. today. Midday errands if you don't want to get caught up in any rain, although it is going to be really hot and humid. This evening, I know another another concert going on at Ray J, show number 2. If you are heading out there, check the radar before and then during the show. There may be a couple of pop-ups. With a little bit more sunshine today, the heat index back above 100 degrees this afternoon. Getting out on the Gulf, 1 to 2 foot seas, west winds 10 to 15 knots. Looking pretty good here. Take a closer look at the radar. Pasco, Hillsborough, and Pinellas County. There's that downpour right on the west end of the Courtney Campbell. This little downpour headed right down the Vets, headed maybe into Carrollwood, maybe eventually downtown Tampa. Additional showers up towards Odessa and Bayonet Point. Rains slowly clearing out of Sarasota County, though they are still heavy along the coast. As far as the weekend goes, heavier rain coverage both Saturday and Sunday at 60 to 70%, with temperatures in the low 90s.
The Rowdies can't wait to get off the road again. I'm Kevin Lewis, and I'll explain why it could be a very special homestand for their starting goalkeeper. Stick around.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. We designed smarter ways to detect motion for fast emergency response. We create HD cameras so you can see what's happening in your home from anywhere. All powered by Fast Protect technology. Exclusively from Simply Safe for faster police response. Get Simply Safe today with 1 free month of Fast Protect monitoring, our most advanced way to protect your home. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
On your period, sudden gushes happen. Say goodbye gush fears thanks to Always Ultra Thins with rapid dry technology that absorbs 2 times faster. Hello, clean and comfortable. Always fear no gush.
You are bountiful. Your skeleton can support 2 times your weight. It's in your nature to stand strong. Supplement your bones with high absorption magnesium. Nature's bounty. It's in your nature.
Heart riders can now cool off for free this summer. The city of Tampa teamed up with Heart to give riders free admission to city pools. The program will run through August 10th. All you have to do is show your bus pass at city pools to get in for free during open swim and lap swim hours at any one of the 11 locations. You do not need to take a bus to the pool to take advantage of this offer. Local competitive eater Nick Weary has been accused of cheating in Nathan's hot dog eating contest last week. Up next, what he's accused of doing and the investigation by Major League Eating.
There are free back-to-school health clinics for students in Hillsborough County. Coming up, who's eligible and why one local mom is calling this program a lifesaver.
ABC Action News is sponsored by attorney Dan Newland.
Good morning, Tampa Bay. Let's get your day started. This is ABC Action News, taking action for you.
Hello and good morning, everybody. I'm James Tully.
Good morning. I'm Dee O'Reilly. Thank you so much for waking up with us on this Friday. We'll get a look at your forecast in just a moment, but as always, we want to get to your morning headlines. Hillsborough County deputies arrested a former private school music teacher for having a sexual relationship with a minor that resulted in her getting pregnant. We're showing you Denzel Proctor's mugshot because investigators think there might be more victims. HCSO says the inappropriate relationship happened on and off campus between 2022 and 24 and started when that teen was 16. Proctor resigned from Grace Christian School in Valrico last December. The school reported the allegations to DCF. Grace Christian Schools released a statement saying in part the suspicion of abuse was reported by the school administrator on December 26th. The student denied the alleged abuse then and for the remainder of the school year.
Local competitive eater Nick Weary is now accused of cheating at Nathan's hot dog eating contest on the 4th of July. The New York Post citing anonymous sources here. At the end of the contest, Nick's accused of taking another contestant's empty plate and putting it on his own pile. Those plates are served to competitors during the event. They hold 5 hot dogs and buns. After the contest, empty plates determine the official tally of dogs and buns consumed by the competitors. Major League Eating runs Nathan's contest and investigated the matter. It's taking no action against Weary, but did lower his final tally. He still remains in 4th place and won $1,000.
There's a new food destination in downtown Winter Haven. The Bowen Yard Food Hall has 6 dining options on site. It also features a large recreational yard with lots of outdoor seating. The concept is similar to the Joinery in Lakeland and Armature Works in Tampa. The venue's name pays tribute to Gilbert Bowen. He is the former property owner and co-founder of the citrus fruit wholesaler Bowen Brothers.
All right, let's get you out the door with a check on weather this morning.
We've had some pretty consistent rain this week, but the question is, will it continue today and into the weekend? Let's check in now with Greg D for the forecast.
It's 5:32 on this Friday morning. Good morning, Tampa Bay. Looking at some clouds and showers west of downtown Tampa this morning. North and west, too. We've got one that could be headed toward the city now. Temperatures in the upper 70s to the mid-80s, really ranging. 77 in Lakeland to a warm 85 in downtown St. Pete. Brooksville 75, 77 Orlando, 75 in Wauchula. You see some activity on the radar this morning. Let me get you closer in here. Pasco, Hillsborough, and Pinellas County had little showers popping up all morning. One near Newport Richie. There's one in northern Hillsborough, a couple near the coast over toward Pinellas. These all moving down toward the south and east. Clearing out down to the south. Finally, the rain ending in Sarasota. Still looking at some light rain, though, around Northport. That should continue to push south, but additional showers will develop near the coast this morning. So you may need an umbrella early during the morning commute. May need windshield wipers with temperatures in the 80s.
You're invited tomorrow to pay your respects to Citrus County Fire Training Captain Michael Fletcher. He died in a boating accident on July 4th. His funeral procession will leave Station 9 in Crystal River around 9:45 tomorrow morning and go to Seven Rivers Church in Lecanto. The service starts at 11. If you do plan on going, you're asked to carpool because parking space will be limited.
And tomorrow's your last chance to get Forever stamps at their current price. Starting Sunday, they'll cost 73 cents. That's a nickel more than the current 68-cent price. Prices for other services also going up, including postcards. The Postal Service says the price hikes are needed to achieve financial stability. It's part of a 10-year plan and announced back in 2021. It's the second increase in stamp prices already this year.
A heads up if you drive on State Road 50 in eastern Hernando County. Starting tomorrow morning, a portion of that road in Ridge Manor will be closed for nearly 2 weeks. The closure is necessary to allow crews to put up beams for a bridge. It will eventually cross over railroad tracks on State Road 50 just east of US 301. For about 12 days, traffic will be detoured using US 301 and Burwell Road. Officials say this is a lengthy detour, so plan for extra time.
We know many of you are struggling to afford to put food on your dinner table right now. The Juvenile Welfare Board and St. Petersburg Free Clinic want to help you out. Tomorrow morning, they're teaming up to hand out over 50 bound bags of fresh produce and non-perishable canned goods. You can pick them up starting at 9 a.m. at the Child's Park YMCA. Again, these items are free. That's on 43rd Street South in St. Petersburg. Make sure you get there early. It is first come, first serve.
And speaking of helping families, that's the mission of the Andrew Joseph Foundation. The organization is inviting you to its party fundraiser tonight. It starts at 7. It's at Rydam Cowboy Bar in St. Pete. There will be live music, food, and fun activities. The group is also accepting school supplies at the event. Tickets are $10 and can be purchased on Eventbrite. We have an update on a riot that broke out at a local roller skating rink 2 months ago. Who investigators just arrested for encouraging the riot and the charges that person now faces.
I'm John Matarese. Back to school sales are starting earlier than ever this year. Are prices still going up, or are parents finally getting a break? That story coming up.
Join us for Tampa Bay's Morning Blend. We've got the food, fun, and the latest events that make the Bay Area great. Plus the best deals you can use. Tampa Bay's Morning Blend weekdays at 10 a.m. on WFTS. Sponsored by the law offices of Anjar and Levine, accident attorneys.
New details on that riot that broke out at a roller rink in Brandon 2 months ago. You might remember it was pure chaos outside Astro Skate. Deputies arrested 23 teens and 3 adults. Well, now the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says a mom incited that riot. Deputies arrested Stephanie Pedroso. Investigators say she had a contract to host an after-hours birthday party for her daughter, but she didn't get the required off-duty deputies for that party, and the reservation was canceled and she was given a refund. The Sheriff's Office says she went on social media telling people to show up anyway.
She encourages people over the next 24 hours to continue to show up. Let's stress them out. Let's cause destruction. Let's cause violence.
A crowd of 500 showed up at Astro Skate, and that's when fights broke out. 5 nearby businesses were damaged. Pedroso now faces several charges, including inciting a riot.
The most accurate weather team in Florida, ABC Action Weather.
5:47 on this Friday morning, looking out west from our studios. Still seeing clouds out there over Pinellas County. Little showers, downpours popping up all over the place this morning in Pinellas, portions of Hillsborough, and Pasco County, too, getting some rain this morning. So there's going to be a chance for a shower or two around Pinellas County throughout the morning. Probably a break midday and maybe a pop-up or two this afternoon, though overall, just a mostly cloudy day with temperatures in the upper 80s. Here's the hour-by-hour rain planner for Tampa. Notice chance of rain in the morning, a dip, a little break midday today, and then another chance for a pop-up or two in the afternoon as the temperatures get back up into the 90s. Definitely hotter today than it was yesterday. With our temperatures at the coast in the upper 80s, there's that shower chance along the coast. Some of our beaches are getting rain right now. The rain becomes much more widespread, meaning basically everyone has a fair shot of some pop-ups on Saturday. Sunday still looks wetter of the 2 weekend days, and that heavier coverage could last into Monday, maybe even Tuesday of next week, as the winds turn out of the south, and that tends to bring in all kinds of scattered storms into our area. Looking at the radar now, the wide view doesn't seem like there's a lot out there, but as you take a closer look here, look at these little downpours coming into Pasco County, Bayonet Point, Newport Richey. These have been extending down into Hillsborough County along the coast in Pinellas. Looks like a really heavy one, very close to the Don Cesar there on St. Pete Beach, heading down towards Passagrail. This little downpour that's been moving through the Cheval area, this is headed down towards Lake Magdalene, maybe over toward Carrollwood, could make it there. And then we've got additional rain just north of Keystone over toward Odessa this morning. Down to the south, finally clearing out of rain in Sarasota, DeSoto, and southern Highlands counties after you saw a very stormy overnight with numerous showers and storms. This area of low pressure has been responsible for the rain and clouds the last several days, finally starting to move onshore in the Carolinas. So that'll become less of a factor in our forecast as we move into the weekend. Today, still looking at those coastal showers early, then a break midday, then look at the afternoon. Additional pop-ups mainly along and south of I-4. Once we get past the weekend, rain chances don't really change much, staying near 70% through Tuesday and Wednesday.
For the past 35 years, he's been influencing the Straz in so many ways behind the scenes. Well, coming up, we'll pull him up on the stage. It's Straz COO Lauren Shepard, who is retiring after 35 years. We'll take a trip down memory lane.
Here's a look at your Tampa Bay area drive times.
No matter how you've been hurt, in a car accident, on the job, or from a medical mistake, it doesn't matter. Life goes on. How that life goes on is where we come in. Farah and Farah.
Good morning. Tampa Bay continues next at 6. President Biden trying again to dispel questions about his candidacy for a second term. Our Washington reporter breaks down the answers he gave during his news conference last night.
Also, former Buccaneers assistant coach Monty Kiffin is dead at the age of 84.
Her only grandchild. To give grandparents more rights in Florida.
And a local gym is giving veterans and adaptive athletes a place to train. Now it's looking to help more people, what it's looking to buy, and how you can help.